Hi everyone, Harry here from Virtua, and we're joined by Ash, our CSO, to talk about his profile and what he does within the business. So, Ash, please introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Ash Mohammed. I'm CSO Virtua. That stands for Chief Strategy Officer. And my role is it's quite diverse, it's quite wide. I started out, I was a third person in Virtua after Jawad and Gary. I was like in Web3, understanding crypto and seeing what evolves and all that kind of stuff. Within Virtua, what I do is I head up the direction that the company is going to take in terms of the relationships that it has, looking at what is happening in the market, understanding metaverse, understanding all these technologies and seeing where we fit into those. So, on a day-to-day basis, my day's kind of made up of like I might have a morning call with a particular brand that's trying to understand, what they want to do in the metaverse. I might talk to Jawad about, what's happening in the dev, what areas that we're looking to develop, metaverse wise, and then looking at all the other threads we have in the company as well, because a lot of people don't know we have, all these different areas within Virtua. So, we have publishing, we have, a game studio, we have, the main metaverse drive, we have the marketplace, we have a lot of different areas, and a lot of these we've done as the spaces evolved. And we have a presence in all those spaces. So it's like looking at all of those threads and seeing what's happening and seeing what's the best direction to take.
And I know your background is quite diverse, but what's your professional background sort of relative to what we do at Virtua?
Well, come from computing, so I'm a big computer nerd. From the given my age, ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amiga, PlayStation, Pentium, PC gaming. So I've been involved with tech quite closely. My degrees in computer science and management. I studied in the UK. Very computer centric, and throughout my career, I've worked with game studios. I've worked with consulting firms and that kind of stuff. Always that was our passion, VR, metaverse, all that kind of stuff. And I've always been a bit of an early adopter when it comes to that kind of stuff. So when the guys talked about, this whole vision of a virtual world, driven by, at that point VR, it was really super exciting to me. And then, with when we saw what was happening in the Web3 space and the concept, we didn't even call them NFTs back at the beginning. We just understood that you can use tokenization to have provable digital assets. And we thought to ourselves, well, why can't those digital assets be gaming items? Why can't it be art? That's when a lot of things sort of clicked together. And that's really why we were able to like do some of the early deals that we did with like Paramount Pictures, for example. We were like explaining this concept to them. And I remember knocking on a lot of doors and they're like, we don't think anyone's ever going to be interested in this. Why would you want something digital? When you can have a physical action figure, why would you want a digital one? And look how things have changed in just, 3 short years.
Wow, yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Mm.
And final question, and you kind of already covered this, but can you tell us something interesting and quirky about yourself and what you're passionate about?
I love mixed martial arts. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm into my wrestling. I just came from Clash of the Castle, a big WWE event, so I took my son there. But I love combat sports, so I've talked to the UFC a bunch of times. I've talked to ONE FC. I've never talked to Bellator. I've talked to WWE all about this space and what I think the opportunities are. I think we haven't scratched the surface there. But yeah, really, really into that, really enjoy it. I'm actually a black belt as well, so a lot of people don't know that I've got a black belt in karate,
I,
and I got that at quite a young age. But yeah, so that's something a lot of people don't know, but that's certainly what I enjoy.
Brilliant. I didn't know any of that.
There
It's new to me as well.
you go.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for
No
joining.
worries.
Look forward to catching up again
We
soon.
get to do one of you soon.
I don't think I've got enough interesting things to say.
All right, cool. Thanks, Harry.
Cheers, mate.